What we're doing today is we are targeting fish that are pushed out into the middle of the channel where you typically drive your boat. We're finding tons of shad out here. There's a bunch of bass grouped up. We're catching small ones, we're catching decent ones, but the key bait today is 100% that little tail spinner. Now this is made by Jackal. I could not find the same brand that I had before when I broke off, but I found the Jackal brand, and this thing, it just, the color of it, the size of it and stuff, it just mimics those threadfin shad so perfect. And I'm noticing these fish, even if I'm not throwing close to them, they're still coming from a long ways to eat that bait. But what I'm doing is I'm throwing that bait out there and I'm jigging it. I'm just picking it up and dropping it real slow, and I mean, they are smoking it. So if you couldn't tell by how deep that fish got it and the other fish got it, but either way, we're gonna try to get on some more. All right, everybody, so welcome back to another episode of Colton Posey Fishing. So today I want to talk to you about a bait that I can almost guarantee wherever you're at, we're in the depth of winter, the fish are just cold, and the fishing typically gets tough. Now you typically catch your bigger fish, in my opinion, in my experience, you catch your bigger fish during winter. But there is a lot of days where you just go to the lake and it's extremely tough. I mean, extremely tough. You're lucky to get a bite or two. But those tough days typically make the better days so much better, right? So the bait that I want to talk about is super simple. Anybody can use it. It's cheap. It's like $9 or $10 for like one of them. I typically buy 3 or 4 of them, and then you're good to go. But either way, stay tuned. This is something you don't want to miss. Okay, so talking about the bait, this is the Jackal tail spinner. This is the 1/2 ounce version. I've got a good shad color. I mean, you can tell it's all eat up, and you'll see in the video why. There's 2 ways that I use that tail spinner, and I've done talked about it in my January baits video. I'm either going to jig that bait, or either I'm going to slow roll that bait. The key today definitely was jigging the bait. I caught them both ways, but jigging the bait seemed to be the best way. Just using it like a straight up vertical jig, just up and down, up and down. And I mean, they were smoking it. We found a lot of big schools, a lot of big schools. So the rest of this video is dedicated to fish catches on this one thing. So, you know, either way, if he doesn't stick around to the end of the video, thumbs up, it helps me out a whole lot. Don't forget to subscribe. It's one of the easiest ways to support the channel. If you ever have any questions or anything like that, comment down below. But here's you a lot of fish catches. Oh my gullet. There may be a little bit of wind disturbance, not 100% sure. But what we're doing today is we are targeting fish that are pushed out into the middle of the channel where you typically drive your boat. We're finding tons of shad out here. There's a bunch of bass grouped up. We're catching small ones, we're catching decent ones. But the key bait today is 100% that little tail spinner. Now this is made by Jackal. I could not find the same brand that I had before when I broke off, but I found the Jackal brand, and this thing, it just, the color of it, the size of it and stuff, it just mimics those threadfin shad so perfect. And I'm noticing these fish, even if I'm not throwing close to them, they're still coming from a long ways to eat that bait. But what I'm doing is I'm throwing that bait out there and I'm jigging it. I'm just picking it up and dropping it real slow, and I mean, they are smoking it. So if you couldn't tell by how deep that fish got it and the other fish got it, but either way, we're gonna try to get on some more. school. Back in there quick. Guys, we have whacked them today. I mean, it's not your typical winter day. Thank goodness. Golly. I mean, you think they want it? Oh man, it's gonna be a job to get this hook out of him. There we go. Be back in there. Look how fat. Pretty spotted bass. So that's really what we're targeting, or what I'm targeting today. I'm actually by myself today. But spotted bass. I mean, you just can't beat them during the winter, in my opinion. Smallmouth, spotted bass, they act very similar. I mean, you can just jack them. Once you find them and find that bait and that presentation they want, it's just one after another. So, but either way, we're gonna get back to it. You know something cool? That is a largemouth. So we've got some largemouth that's integrated in with these spotted bass, which is really cool. That's the first largemouth that I've caught integrated in with the spotted bass. But one thing that I have noticed over the past couple of years, I'm starting to see a lot of largemouth roam with the spotted bass on spotted bass fisheries here that's close to my home, Lewis Smith Lake, places like that. And you know, hopefully it will help those largemouth grow. But either way, those Alabama spotted bass, man, they are so aggressive. So, you know, if you have spotted bass, Kentucky spots, it doesn't really matter. If you got spotted bass in your lake, target them this time of year. I promise you'll catch a bunch of them. But, you know, let me know down in the comments below if you're starting to see a lot of largemouth integrate with spotted bass. I've talked to a few people, had a few people say yeah, some people say not really. But either way, let me know. Take a look. But see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm starting to see a lot of largemouth integrate with the spots. It's really strange, which is nice because you're catching largemouth and spots. But you know, that tail spinner this time of year is just really hard to beat, whether you're jigging it or just slow reeling it. Either way, but got to get your hands on one of these. Not sponsored. I'm just saying, get your hands on one of these if you're struggling right now on your fishery. Awesome. A little spot. It's largemouth again. We got fired up. Hello, fire. Good one. Good one. Another big old spot. Might be a better one. Nope, I think you're on the side. Oops. Thanks. We are on a mega school, guys. Mega school. what I was talking about, largemouth integrated with the spots. It's strange, but we got it deep. Oh. Another good spot. That's how you know they're biting it good. They done took my hook. Look at the gut. Oh my gosh. It's not a huge, look at his gut, guys. Oh my gosh. Man, they're just eating. So good. So good. Oh, he's bleeding bad. Get him back in there. Oh, man. This is one of them days where you need to stop and eat lunch. But I don't think we're going to. He actually jumped. It's a good one. It's a good spot. Another good one. Hopefully